Thomas Mapfumo is called the Lion of Zimbabwe for his courageous stand against the oppressive government of Zimbabwe. His music speaks to this oppression and the cause of his people.
How would you explain the struggle?
Well, this music, I named it, Chimrenga, because of when I started writing this type of music, that's when the liberation war broke out in our country, and I decided to name the music Chimrenga because of the liberation struggle. But this name Chimrenga was there before me, because those who fought in the first Chimrenga, like Mbuyanianda and Kagubi and Chaminuka, those are some of our heroes. They were, killed in that war. So I decided to actually name the music Chimrenga because the music played a very important role during the liberation struggle, and I thought the music, deserved to be named Chimrenga.
To me, the word, when I hear the word struggle,
okay,
I think of the oppression of all the poor people of the planet, all the indigenous people. The wealth of the world is owned and controlled by just a few families.
Sure, that's very true.
And the majority of the world just struggles for bare existence, to keep a roof over their head.
That's very true.
Etc. In our community, we have a word called divine administration, which are principles that we try to follow of equality for everyone. And so we have no private property, and everybody gives what they can, and we distribute that the best way we can across the community. It's a joint effort of a lot of people. And I see that as what the world needs to join together. And I think that a lot of nationalism, for instance, doesn't work because we need to come to a consciousness of your child is my child, my child is yours.
That's very true.
When your child hurts, my child hurts.
Yeah, that's very true.
And so until we get to that consciousness level, and get away from nationalism, we're going to continue to separate ourselves by titles, by religions.
The poor people always live in fear. They are harassed. They face all the difficulties that this earth today is facing. Those issues are not being addressed by any top, government officials. They don't like to hear about that. They know that the poor people are suffering, and they've been suffering for the rest of their lives, but they ain't doing nothing about that. It isn't. It's not a one-sided issue. We're talking of the whole wide world. Yes.
I absolutely believe that we need to speak out and have freedom of speech, and we need to. It takes courage to voice our opinions because of the reprisal, the fear of reprisal. And once again, as a musician and a writer myself and a poet all my life, I feel a true poet needs to speak for the people.
Yeah, that's very true.
And again, that's why I wrote a song for Ken Saro-Wiwa, because his poetry was very proactive in his stance against corruption.
Well, from my own opinion, I think the world should be a place where everyone is free to live. People, mustn't be told what to do or where to stay. They should, be free to stay wherever they want to stay. They should have the freedom of movement, freedom of speech. They should be free in every aspect. But, like you see today, like we said, the world is upside down. You see wars going on in the Middle East. You see problems in Zimbabwe, problems in Congo, problems in other countries all over the world. So these problems, they are supposed to be solved by us, Because you cannot put out fire by fire. You cannot do that.
Right.
You have to use water if you want to put out fire. And that is very true. Yes, yes.
Well, some of, unfortunately, our leaders, again, are from rich, powerful families, and I don't think their major concerns are...
They are not, they are not concerned. They are not concerned. When we see them by the TV, when they speak to the nation, they pretend to be good leaders. They pretend to be leaders of the people. But they are not. They are not. Because look at the rate of the killing, of what is going on today. People are dying in thousands. So this alone, that shows that the world is not united. There is a lot of conflicts in this world. And who is supposed to resolve all those conflicts? It's us. Because we are the humans. And we have 5 senses. And really we have, to come up to our senses and realize that what we are doing, we are wasting a lot of time. Because we haven't got a long time on earth. My time shall come, and I will depart from this earth. And whatever we are fighting for is all, we are fighting for material. Yes. What happens with material when you die? You leave it behind. Yes, that's what happens.
One of my solutions is that everyone in the world who believes in God, no matter what you call God, the Creator, should go on strike.
That's right.
The soldiers,
sure.
Everybody should go on strike until those corporations change.
Yeah, that's very true.
And they should pray and ask God where they go next. If their presidents of their corporations don't change their policies, then they should get another job.
That's very true.
You know, and have enough courage to trust God that God will supply their needs. That would change the world overnight. Except you have to get enough people to do that. You know.
Sure, sure. Because this is, this is a struggle. We are struggling, and to overcome it, we have to be united, fight together until victory is achieved.
Because, no matter what country you go to, I'm sure you'll find we're all the same.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Goodness in people, the same goodness in your heart.
Oh yeah.
The same goodness in my heart.
That's very true.
And that doesn't change worldwide.
No.
We are brothers and sisters, no matter what color, no matter what religion, and we have to find what unites us.
Oh yeah,
And
that is very important.
And treasure that, and be willing to die for it if necessary. But we do need to speak out, and I encourage all Americans. I encourage people from all over the world to speak out against injustice, and of course to go on strike.
There are a lot of people who deny other people their freedom. The freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and we call such people oppressors.